now. Give me a second. Alright, so here it is. In regards to future Switch tournaments, one of the things that is on the minds of many of the public is the fact if whether or not we will have increased safety or security for Switches at tournament setups, at tournament events hosted worldwide. You know, not every region is similar to Japan, where you can just like have the honor system where people just won't, you know, touch things and steal it. Other countries, people will just take things for whatever reasons, right? And we're not gonna try to assume anything to try to put down any other countries, because that's not the focus of this discussion. The main focus right here is what steps will we take to try to secure setups at events. And I think one of the things that people can do is there are these I can't believe I forgot what the name of it was, but there's something that allows you to kind of like lock the system into place. I think it's like a zip tie. Some tournament organizers said bring your own system, but that doesn't exactly mean that you're gonna have a safe system for events. If you bring your own system, you put it on a setup, and then you walk away and forget about it and come back and your Switch is gone, what's gonna happen? God forbid one of the TOs has a clause where it's like if you bring your own system to an event, it's your responsibility if it gets stolen. That's like the worst thing in the world. So because of that, I would not be encouraged to even want to bring my own system to an event. Honest to goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I think moving forward, it would be cool if Nintendo somehow found a way to release a dock that actually had security. I don't know if they're afraid because of the fact that maybe it might overheat the system or something, but literally just put the Switch on and have something that clasps over it securely, so that if a person looks like they're trying to take a Switch, at least they have to put the effort in to try to steal it, so it looks plainly obvious as day that they're trying to steal it. If not that, tournament organizers are going to have to invest in zip ties. Use that to secure all your systems, and make sure to have staff nearby, standing near the setups, and make sure to have different shifts for all the staff members, so that the same person doesn't have to stand there the entire day. You know, you could swap out, let somebody else take a break, and another volunteer staff member come through and make sure that everything is going well. With Smash Ultimate coming soon, there are going to be so many people entering tournaments. A lot of people that don't even play Smash, you know. We're going to have people from different communities, probably people who played Smash Ultimate as their first ever fighting game, just like with every other recent title that has released. I remember when Pokken came out, people told me Pokken was their first fighting game. Same with ARMS, same with Smash 4 for a lot of people, and so on and so forth. So going into Smash Ultimate, I think it would be best if they use the zip ties. As far as like ARMS tournaments are concerned, Splatoon tournaments and such, I need to see what exactly is the protocol. I feel like they just have the Switch systems there, and they have an honor system and hope that people don't steal it, while volunteers just look over and make sure that nobody steals. But I will tell you one thing, there was one person on the West Coast that actually stole a system from a tournament, and that was all I needed to hear to dissuade me from wanting to bring my Switch system, which was a birthday gift from Nintendo. Literally, like, I don't want to have to bring my birthday gift that I got for free from Nintendo to a tournament and have that get stolen when I go to a tournament, just because I want to help you know, make the tournament move along smoothly. And I know there are a lot of tournament organizers out there that they're not that quite connected with the Smash scene. They're probably more connected with other scenes, and they're just trying to do what's convenient. You know, I get it. It's cost effective to just buy a bunch of docks, tell community members to bring systems, but I don't think that's the best course of action. And here's why. Besides the security issue, we'll put that aside for a second. If you rely on community members to bring setups to a tournament, understand this, guys. Humans are imperfect creatures. You know, we're definitely ones that are capable of either doing something that will boost the trust of the people around us, or letting someone down and making them have less faith in us in the future. And because of this, let me tell you, as a tournament organizer who used to host I'd say a retired tournament organizer from 2009 to 2013, I used to host tournaments in New York City, and we didn't have the gaming generations and all these other companies that allowed us to host they allow us to host events without having to go out of our way to ask the community to bring setups. Instead, what happened was we would ask the community to bring TVs, CRTs, heavy freaking CRTs to events. They would have to drive and bring these, and bring their GameCubes or Wiis so that we could play either Brawl or Melee. So, let me tell you right now, I 100% think that moving forward, but I have to continue my point. Apologies, almost broke my line of thought. So I used to host tournaments in New York City, and people used to bring setups, right? We'll just cut to the point. So there were times where people would legit let me down. I was hosting a tournament, and then I would expect, like, we would have on Smashboards.com, I would host a tournament, and people would literally tell me, hey, D1, I'm going to bring a TV. Hey, D1, I'm going to bring a Wii or a GameCube. And I would write it down. I'd write it in the thread. I would update the thread every single time. The thread that would advertise the tournament, filled with the rules, the location, everything, the date of the event, all the things that you need to know, along with who's bringing setups, right? Or how many setups we'll have. Then I'd go to the tournament, and maybe somebody would get sick. Maybe their car would fail. Time and unforeseen occurrences befall all in life, and you can't blame them for what happens, right? But at the end of the day, if you're a tournament organizer and you want everybody to expect there to be an X amount of setups at an event, and you do not have that amount of setups, sometimes you'll let other people down too, because they were relying on you. So if you rely on the community, even though you're the tournament organizer, it will still be your responsibility that they didn't bring it, which sucks. People would still be like, man, they didn't have enough friendly setups, they didn't have enough setups, tournament went over time. Now, as far as now this brings me back to my point. If you rely on the community to bring switches to events, you can potentially have people that, for any sort of reason, decide not to bring it. It could be a security concern. It could be the fact that maybe something happened to their beloved ones and they can't make it. Maybe there was a cancellation. Something happened that just made them to decide last second to not come. And what happens? You'll end up with less setups at your event. So you, as a tournament organizer, needs to do something to make sure that every event that you host is a guaranteed success. And how do you do that? You start investing in your own setups. You start setting money aside, you invest, and make sure that you have all these setups ready, because there's going to be a torrential downpour of Smash Brothers players going into your events. Paying those venue fees so that they can see if they can be the next Zero. Right? When it came to Smash 4, Zero already made his mark when it came to Smash Bros. Ultimate at the Invitational not too long ago here in June. And moving forward, there's going to be a lot of people who are probably inspired after seeing his play that want to get into the game, feel like the game is new, and they want to leave their mark as well, while everybody is still new to the game and doesn't know much. That's usually when you see a lot of people get into a game. So as far as that is concerned, you're going to have to be ready to supply that demand. And how are you going to be able to supply the demand? By not relying on the community to bring setups, but making sure that you have your own setups. And as far as security is concerned, maybe we're going to have to invest in zip ties, but it would be really awesome if moving forward Nintendo found a way to create a new dock that would allow us to secure setups so that it's a bit easier and cost effective for tournament organizers. Docks are so cheap anyway, right? Why not make a dock that's a little bit more expensive that allows us to lock it in place? Or if not Nintendo, maybe a third-party company could do it. If any of you guys are, entrepreneurs and want to start, want to see if you can maybe come up with a business, and profit off of it, I implore all of you. I'm not gonna take that step. I could probably be smart enough to look for people to create that and maybe see if we can come up with a business around that, but that's not something that I'm really invested in. So I'll give that idea to you guys and let you steal it. If any of you guys can come up with a cool third-party accessory that will allow us to secure setups at events. It would be greatly appreciated. You know, I know there are a lot of people out there that want to create all sorts of different things for the Switch that maybe some of us just feel like we don't need. But as far as increased security at our events, I think that's going to be a thing that we'll need. Pokken tournament community and ARMS community have been doing quite well because of the fact that, quite honestly, as amazing as those communities are, they don't quite have the same star power or pull that Smash Brothers has. But once Smash Ultimate hits on December 7th, we're gonna definitely have to be ready. And I think the best thing we're gonna have to do moving forward is make sure that security is one of the concerns that we consider for future events. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. This is D1 signing off. We'll make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video, and see you later. All right, sorry guys, I had to turn in